So I do know that this happened a while ago, but this whole topic is going to be relevant again in a few months. At this point, this whole conversation around AI art is a cycle that keeps repeating itself over and over again every few months. So, like a month ago at this point, everyone was posting Ghibli-style AI-generated images on Twitter. Literally an entire day, my whole feed on Twitter was nothing but these Ghibli-style AI-generated images. Literally everyone was posting some of these. I got really tired of them very quickly. But thankfully now this trend is mostly over, even though you do still see sometimes some retard posting these images still to this day. And this is still gonna probably continue happening for a while. But at least it's nowhere near as prevalent as it was on the first day. But you know, I've noticed that every single time whenever this topic of AI generated images is trending, I always see the exact same two responses from the anti-AI crowd. The first one is them making fun of how bad it looks, and the second one is them crying and complaining because they know but they can't compete against it. I see these guys posting hashtags like support human artists, say no to AI art, and I especially really like this one. AI art isn't art, is not art. And the reason why I like this one so much is because this one is basically the the trans women are women except it's inverted and applied to AI. And look, I don't want to like make anyone depressed, I don't want to be blackpilling anyone, but I do kind of have to say the truth, and it's that I really don't think that the average person cares whether a piece of art, a cool image that they like, comes from a real human being or from an AI. At the end of the day, the average person, the individual, they just want to look at something cool. That's kind of it. And you know, maybe I'm wrong when I say this, but I kinda get the impression that the majority of artists, at least on the internet, that actually make a living by doing art, it's like, maybe I'm wrong when I say this, but I kinda feel like the majority of them make money purely because they draw especially furry or like any other like weird fetish. And look, sorry, but if you are one of these artists that just makes a living drawing porn, it's like, I'm sorry, but I really don't think that your audience, your customer base cares if the fab material comes from you or from an AI. I really don't. I'm pretty sure that no one that consumes that kind of garbage gives a if it comes from a human being or from an AI. And now I see these anti-AI art people unironically tell other people to just learn how to draw. And this tweet got a lot of likes. But let's just think about what exactly is this person telling other people to do. This person is literally telling people to waste hundreds of hours on a completely useless skill. And it got 300,000 likes. You guys are so f***ing stupid. It's like, look, sorry, but as an average person but it doesn't really know how to draw, I don't wanna learn how to draw. And honestly, as I said, I don't care if one image that I really like comes from a real human being or from an AI. It doesn't make any difference for me. And yeah, look, sorry, but I'm not gonna be wasting hundreds of hours, probably most likely thousands of hours, just to be able to create something like this, but I can make with AI in a few minutes. Yeah, sorry, but AI is just convenient. It's very convenient. And convenience is very, very important to basically literally everyone. So yeah, I am gonna continue using AI. Sorry, but I'm not gonna, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna continue using AI.